We invite people in our country and they come to our country, disrespect us in our country and talk nonsense in our country. And I don't understand some of these South Africans who are following these idiots who, when they're busy bashing our country, we must have no mercy for people who come to our country and disrespect. Go disrespect us sitting in your home country. Don't come to our country and come and disrespect us in our own country. Been talking nonsense while our country is giving her shelter, is giving her food, is giving her schools, is giving her everything. But every day, ungrateful Zimbabwean, ungrateful foreigners who come to our country, them Zimbabwean and Nigerians, they're just the same WhatsApp group because they come to this country. We need to report here also to Home Affairs. She needs to get back to Zimbabwe.
Especially my fellow South Africans. South Africans, they hate foreigners. That's the truth. Not all of them, it's an exception, but there are certain South Africans who hate foreigners.
We don't want ungrateful people in our country. They are here illegal in our country and they're still ungrateful. They still talk nonsense. After we've given them everything, even when we know they're illegal in our country, they think
abantu abagcwalisa imall of Africa ngabantu beThembisa. Kanti alela mall eThembisa. Lintshela ukuthi lishiya imall of Thembisa.
He has the audacity to tell the people from Tembisa not to go to Mall of Africa. This person is a foreigner, is an illegal foreigner in our country.
Yo, ngiyanisaba. Before bengisho ukuthi anginisabi, and angidabanani ngiyanisaba yo. Nikwazi ukususa umuntu from 995,000 followers to 913 in one day.
But guys, what is wrong with this Ndoyisile person? Like, I've never ever in my life met umuntu that is as arrogant as this guy. First of all, it was him saying that people in Tembisa shouldn't go to the Mall of Africa. And then he did
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending what time you're watching this video. You could be watching from South America, you could be watching from North America, you could be watching from Asia, you could be watching from Australia, you could be watching from Europe, you could be watching from Africa, the mother continent, you could be watching from the Caribbean, you could be watching from anywhere around the world. It could be the first time you bump into my face, it could be the first time you bump into my YouTube channel, it could be the first time you bump into my voice. My name is Kulani, the Tonga Prince from South Africa. You're probably asking yourself, why am I here? I'm here to defend my country. I'm here to talk about Africa. I'm here to talk about what's happening around the world. I'm here to defend my country. Anybody who thinks will come to this country and talk nonsense about our country, you'll have to deal with me first before you deal with anybody, because I am not going to allow you to talk nonsense about this country. We are building our country. We are not in your country. We are in our own country, trying to build our country, and you are here to destroy our country. Let me not talk too much, guys. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you to my returning subscribers. I just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. And I just want to say thank you to you who's just subscribing right now. I also want to say, guys, if you want to support this channel, there's a lot of ways that you can support this channel. There's actually 4 ways that you can support this channel. Watch the video from the beginning to the end and don't skip any adverts. That's how you can also support me. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, so every time I upload this video you can get a notification. Another way that you can support this channel, guys, somewhere at the bottom here there's that $, thanks button. Hit that $, and donate anything to this YouTube channel. Another way you can support this channel, guys, hit that join button. Once you hit that join button, you can become a member and contribute to this channel, guys. Another way that you can contribute to this channel, I'm gonna put in my account, I think somewhere here, but I think somewhere here, but I think it's somewhere. I'm going to put my account there. You can support this channel if you want to support this channel, guys. But guys, there's just some things that are happening in this YouTube thread that are not making me happy, because we invite people in our country and they come to our country, disrespect us in our country and talk nonsense in our country. And I don't understand some of these South Africans who are following these idiots who, when they're busy bashing our country, we must have no mercy for people who come to our country and disrespect. Go disrespect us sitting in your home country. Don't come to our country and come and disrespect us in our own country. You think you will get away with it? I want to show you one of the idiots who she's been schooling in our country, and she continues. She's been talking nonsense while our country is giving her shelter, is giving her food, is giving her schools, is giving her everything. But everyday ungrateful Zimbabwean, ungrateful foreigners who come to our country. Them Zimbabwean and Nigerians, they're just the same WhatsApp group because they come to this country. They're very ungrateful. Let me drink some water, guys. My throat, yo. Guys, they're very ungrateful people that we welcome them in our country. When they come to this street, this YouTube street, they come and insult us. I don't want to talk about this girl called Tariro, something like that, but I just want somebody to go warn this girl because now she just arrived at the wrong table. Because you know what? I've been watching this girl and watching her content and seeing what she's doing, and she's been trying to destroy this country and supporting this. We don't care if you support Nigeria, but don't come to our country and come and eat our food. Use our roads, use our transport, use our hospital for free, use our education for free, and come and talk nonsense. And you do your nonsense. I'm asking myself, why can't you go back to your Zimbabwe, go do your nonsense in Zimbabwe and leave this country? Because you are here illegally and you continue to talk nonsense. And guys, I want Home Affairs to check these two idiots. This Ndoyisile, whoever he is, and this Tariro guy. We want Home Affairs to check this Ndoyisile guy and this Tariro to check how are they here in South Africa, because both of them, I can tell you, they're here in our country illegal. They think having a passport, they're allowed to stay in our country. They think having a passport, they can work in our country. Let me tell you, you have to have a student visa for you to stay in this country. Anybody, doesn't matter which country you're coming from. They think because this visa free, it means that you can do as much as you please. No, it doesn't mean that. When they say visa free, it means you can visit our country without applying for visa. But staying in the country is something different. You need to have a student visa for you to be in this country. You need to have a working visa for you to stay in this country. You need to have a business visa for you to stay in this country. You need to have a spouse visa for you to stay in this country. If you don't have none of those things, don't come and claim things. We have seen even this one would say Aslam seekers, talking nonsense. We don't have Aslam seekers in our country. I don't even understand why our government allowing nonsense. But before I say so many things, guys, let me play a video of this idiot that we need to report here also to Home Affairs. She needs to get back to Zimbabwe. Not long ago, she said she was relocating, going back to Zimbabwe. She did not even last a week. She came back running back. She said now she's staying in Cape Town. And we are saying to her, you are not allowed to stay in our country if you don't have any of those visas that I told you. When you don't have permits, they don't have permits. They think having a passport, they've got a permit to stay in a country. Let me play this clip, guys. Let me play this clip.
Especially my fellow South Africans. South Africans, they hate foreigners. That's the truth. Not all of them. It's an exception. But there are certain South Africans who hate foreigners. If you say I'm lying, just go and check out my previous videos about living in South Africa as a Zimbabwean and go through the comment section.
Guys, we welcome idiots like this in our country. They come and school in our country. And this Bella Act things, which is rubbish. Guys, we need to vote the ANC out. We need to vote the DA out. We must never vote for the EFF because these three parties, they're the one who are destroying our country, guys. They're the one who are destroying our country, getting disrespected by idiots who come to our country. We give them shelter, we give them education, we give them everything. The only things that ungrateful people, the only things that they do is to talk nonsense. We don't want ungrateful people in our country. They are here illegal in our country and they are still ungrateful. They still talk nonsense. After we give them everything, even when we know they're illegal in our country, they think going country, getting stem and coming back to our country, that they're allowed to come to our country. And our government, they need to really look at that, because what people are doing simple, especially this one, our next door, what they do, they go to another country, stay there for one day, they get a stamp, they come back. Or some of them, they literally give a passport to somebody to take it to any border and they get a stamp and that person bring back the passport. Because there are people who are traveling every day from out and in and out. So they go out and find out who are those people so they can get a stamp. They're staying in our country. They're not allowed to be staying in this country. If you don't have those 4 visas that I told you, you are not allowed to stay in this country. You're not allowed to stay in this country. Where enough is enough about these people come to our country and disrespect us. Somebody talk to this girl, because you know what, we are not going to tolerate nonsense. She continues to disrespect our country. She continues to say nonsense about our country. Even her family want her, but because she's so ignorant, she want to continue. She did a video because she said her parents, they're worrying about her safety because they can see what she's doing. She's doing nonsense. But I'm just saying, let her on, because now she's in the wrong table. She's in my table. Look, she's gonna go back home. We were calling for Home Affairs to investigate these two idiots from Zimbabwe that are busy destroying our country, are busy controlling people, telling our people where to go and where not to go. Listen to the next clips, guys, about this idiot again. I thought I won't do this story, but I am doing it. I am sick and tired of these people. Enough, it is enough. Enough is enough, guys. We cannot tolerate nonsense from these illegal people. Let's go ahead.
I think abantu abagcwalisa imall of Africa ngabantu bethembisa. Kanti alela mall ethembisa. Lintshela ukuthi lishiya imall of Tembisa kumbe kunemall angazi nizogcwala imall of Africa because people are just gallivanting, man. They're just occupying the mall for no reason, and it's so uncomfortable for us who are clustered.
Guys, this Ndoyisile guy, he has the audacity to tell the people from Tembisa not to go to Mall of Africa. This person is a foreigner, he's an illegal foreigner in our country. Illegal foreigner in our country, telling our people not to go to a Mall of Africa. What type of nonsense are we accepting in this country? Lomfanis, we must get him, we must deport him back to where he come from. He's going to go back to your country. He's busy doing business, guys. He's busy selling things in this country. He's not allowed, as a Zimbabwean, if you don't have any of those permits that I just mentioned, you are not allowed to be doing business. You're not supposed to be working in this country. Guys, there's so much noise coming from us. I just hope it does not disturb this video. But you are not allowed. You are not allowed to be doing all of those things. You are allowed to come and visit, but you're not allowed to be staying in this country. I just want us to continue, guys, and listen to this stupid apology that he made. This fake apology that he made, and we know it was not an apology because he deleted after that. We're calling for Home Affairs to investigate this boy so he can be deported back to where he come from, to go back and represent Zimbabwe in his home country, because we're saying enough, it's enough. We cannot tolerate nonsense anymore. Look, South Africa and these people are coming to our country, taking advantage of our kindness. Ungrateful people. We are hosting ungrateful people. We're saying no to ungrateful people. We don't want ungrateful people in this country, because let me tell you, we keep quiet. Many of them, I can tell you, probably more than maybe 90% of them, more than 90% of them, they're here in our country illegal. They're working in our country. They don't have the permits to be working in this country. We keep quiet, but we cannot continue to keep quiet. I want you to listen to this apology of his. I know a lot of people have watched this video, but I just want Home Affairs, because after this we're taking Home Affairs. I'm making this video for the purpose of taking Home Affairs. Guys, let's take Home Affairs. We need these people to go out of if they don't, we're going to remove them ourselves. If Home Affairs don't remove them, we're going to remove them ourselves.
This video is mainly to apologize to people from Tembisa that got offended by the video that is currently circulating. First things first, I'm sorry if I offended you. It was not my intention. It was just a joke. That video was screen recorded from my YouTube channel from a vlog that I posted 2 weeks ago. As a vlogger, I went to the mall with the intention of vlogging, but when I got there, the mall was full and I could not shoot any content, mainly because I am fully aware of the POPI Act. You cannot record people or a person without their knowledge and also without their approval. With how we share our lives on YouTube, people would have expected me to vlog when I was at the mall. Hence, when I got back home, I had to state my reason why I could not vlog. Those words did not come from a place of being a classist or telling people that they shouldn't go to the mall. It's a mall. At the end of the day, people are bound to go there. It's a shopping center. If you consume my content or watch my content on other platforms, you would see that my content has a lot of dry humor and sarcasm, which is what people enjoy most of the time. I've been a content creator for over 2 years now, and people love what I do and also my choice of words. If people didn't enjoy my content, I wouldn't be approaching 1 million followers now. It's sad how a person can be misquoted and no one bothers to find out where that came from. They just run with what has been presented to them. Most importantly, that video was never posted on my TikTok platforms. It was posted on a page called black_woman01, addressing the lies that are now being spread about me on social media. I've never been ashamed of where I come from or hidden where I am from. In as much as it's a country that does not cater for the LGBTQ and also has its own economic problems, I will not be ashamed of where I come from. I've always been vocal about where I come from. Yes, I was born and raised in Habane Township, Esigodini in Zimbabwe. And I don't understand the narrative that people are trying to push on social media, and this is my passport with my last travel, which was Swaziland. When when talking about documentation, we are not talking about a bunch of papers. We are talking about this. But then this video is not to justify what is being said about me on the media. This video is to apologize to people from Tembisa that got offended by what I said on that clip.
Guys, his excuse is good that the reason he said whatever he said was because Mall of Africa was full. As a vlogger, there's no way you can take your camera and get out, there's no people. So the excuse is that because the Mall of Africa was full, that's why he did not record a video. That's why he said whatever he said. It is nonsense. The reason him saying that YouTube guidelines does not allow you to record people without their permission. There's no ways that you're gonna walk outside and there's not gonna be people in your frame. It is impossible as a vlogger. So what he's talking here is talking nonsense, and this boy need to be deported back. We don't care about what your government allows, doesn't allow, what GDP, whatever. We don't care. It's not a problem that you are not your country. They don't accept people like you. It's not a problem. Who must take all these people who say they are whatever, and then South Africa must welcome all of these people in our country. What type of a country we're going to run when we have this type of people in our country? This boy must get out in our country, go back to it. Whatever he can have, you can say he went to Swaziland. Let me tell you what I was saying, guys. These people, they don't have permits to our country. So when that stamp expires after 3 months, what happens is they travel back to any other African countries and come back because they know they'll get another 3 months. That's how they do it. If they're not going themselves, they're literally giving a passport to somebody just to take it to the border for somebody to stamp it for them, so then that person can come back with the thing. Inside that passport, there's no way where he show us his permit, what permit he has. He has no permit, he has nothing to, he does not even have a working permit, but he's working in this country. We need this boy to be deported back where he come from, Zimbabwe. Enough, it's enough. We're not going to have people to come and disrespect us and make up fake apologies and come and make excuses. In fact, uyasidelela sicela ukuthi uhambe buyela back to where you come from in Zimbabwe. This is not Zimbabwe, this is South Africa. Enough, it's enough. 2025, guys, we must clean up this country. We started last year. This year we must clean everything. This is another case of Chidima. You know, it's different, it's completely different, but similar to Chidima. People are coming to this country. Sooner or later, this boy is going to be claiming that he's a South African. We're saying, Fetu, tatis into zako ohambe, go back to your home country because, you know, you don't have a permit. And we're not chasing you because we don't want you, because you don't have a permit. You don't have a working permit. You don't have a permit to stay in this country. We're simply saying Home Affairs must come and collect you and deport you back and make sure that you are banned not even for 5 years. You must be banned for 15 years not to come back to this country. You are coming to our country and disrespecting our country. We're not going to tolerate nonsense. We're not going to tolerate nonsense. We're not going to tolerate nonsense. And people here around there are busy complaining. Everybody's complaining about you. And a lot of people saying that you've been fake, you've been scamming them. So you are not just illegal in our country. You are also scamming the people in our country. Just the same as the Nigerians who are here in our country scamming people. We are simply saying fair to tatis into zako or hambela asakfun. Pack your things and leave our country. Enough, it's enough. We're not going to tolerate nonsense. You underestimate the power of our people, but we're not going to allow nonsense. We are not going to allow anybody to come to our country and talk as they wish. You cannot come and tell the people of Tembisa. Imagine the whole Tembisa now. Some of them they might even be scared to go to Mall of Africa because of stupid videos that you are making. So we're simply saying, take your things in Fetu, Wahambe, you are not welcome here. You are here in our country, illegal. Show us your permit. And you're saying you've been here for 2 years, you have not been home. And you are here illegal. The reason that you can't go home, because you are here illegal in our country. That's why you can't go home. So don't come, and we don't even know whose passport that you came with those stamps. Because I can guarantee you, there's a possibility it's not even a passport. Even when you have a passport, that passport does not allow you to stay in our country. Let's continue, guys. Let's listen to Somizi. And now Somizi, he was busy defending Chidima not long ago. He thinks we have forgotten about you. Somizi, we have not forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about you. You can see what's happened. Let's listen to him commenting about these things. He thinks South Africans were idiots. We're not idiots. We know what you did also. We know you're South African, but people will unfollow you. Let's listen to him, guys.
Before being still talking sabi, and I'm tabanani. Ngiyanisaba yo. Nikwazi ukususa umuntu from 900 and 95,000 followers to 913 in one day. Ngicela ukuxolisa guy 10 in advance, just in case. Ngicela ukuxolisa guy 10, ngiyacela ngini ngaphandle kwenu mina, ngini ngaphandle kwenu. Oy. Yo. Ngicela ukuxolisa guy 10. Oh.
So, Missy, what are you apologizing for? Or do you want to apologize about Chidima, what you said about Chidima the other time? What are you apologizing about? But I know you're trying to be funny, but we have not forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about you, and we just hope you don't repeat it again. You don't repeat it again and go against the people of this country. We work so hard to build this country. And you and many of you, even some of you South African, you continue to sideline with these criminals who are coming to our country. Let's listen to one of the guy complaining about this idiot.
But guys, what is wrong with this Ndoyisile person? Like, I've never ever in my life met umuntu that is as arrogant as this guy. First of all, it was him saying that people in Tembisa shouldn't go to the Mall of Africa. And then he did his apology video that was just oozing in arrogance, wearing a t-shirt saying whatever. And then he deletes the apology video. Just to, show Ugoti he doesn't care. He deletes it. After deleting it, yesterday on his Instagram, he posted this statement as to why he is switching off his comments and DMs. Still oozing in arrogance. And then I saw he did a podcast. I'm not sure how long ago that podcast was. But then in the podcast, he was saying that, ever since he came to South Africa, he's never gone back to Zimbabwe. Can we please make a plan? He must go back to Zimbabwe. Maybe being in Zimbabwe would humble him. Maybe being back in his roots, it will humble him. Because Usjoyla gabi manje. Usjoyla gabi, like, really Popeye, no.
I agree with you. What's Joyela? You must go back home. Sithi ahambe. Thatha izinto zakho mfethu uhambela. Thatha izinto zakho. We are tired of these people who are coming to this. I mean, imagine a foreigner coming to a country, telling the citizen of this country, you are not allowed to go to a Mall of Africa. Did Zimbabwe build Mall of Africa? Did your president build a Mall of Africa? Did Mugabe build the Mall of Africa? We build this Mall of Africa without Zimbabwe, without you people. Imagine the whole of Tembisa now. You are telling about what I said Tembisa go to they must not go to the malls. Who the fuck you think you are? You cannot even go to your own malls in Zimbabwe. You've got the audacity to come and tell our people where to go and where not to go. We're asking Home Affairs to investigate these people, to take them back home. We are tired. And please, Home Affairs, we are still waiting also, because even Home Affairs now, we're going to get tired of you. About Chidima, the case is still not been solved. That case of Chidima is still not been solved. We're asking you, go solve that case, and please get these two girls. Find out what permit do they have to be in our country. They both don't have permits. Take them back to where they come from. We don't want them, and we want them to be banned for 15 years not to come back to our country. We want them to be banned in our country. They must not come back to our country. For then the next 15 years or for life, they must not come back to this country. So they can respect this country. We cannot tolerate nonsense. This is South Africa. We're building our country here. And you are coming here to come and talk nonsense. Destroy the image of this country. Controlling our people when we are a foreigner in our country. Even this girl, this Tariro girl, she must be warned. Somebody must even tag her parents. We're saying to her parents, she must go. We say she must leave this country also. She's talking nonsense every day, and she's here in our country illegal. They think having a passport, they're allowed to be staying in our country. You're not allowed to be staying in our country if you don't have those permits that I've just mentioned. Guys, let me not make this video very long. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please hit that subscribe button. I shall see you in my next video. I don't know if we're done, but with this Tariro, I am not done. I'm not so sure about this Ndoyisile guy, but with this Tariro guy, I am not done. Even with Ndoyisile guy, I am not done. Let me say like this, I am not done. I'm not done with this too. They must just know they'll be in my table all the time. We'll send you backpacking the same way that we send Chidima away from our country. The same way, that's what we're going to do to you. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. I love you, man. Sharp, sharp.